So some of the things we want to consider before we set up our UV light within the room, we want to draw all the shades on the room. So that's going to do two things. From a safety standpoint, we're going to prevent the UV rays from going out and possibly exposing people as they're walking by or walking through. Next thing it also does is that way we can also treat those window treatments with UV ray light technology. So we've done that. There's a door on that side, and there's also a door on the front side of the hotel room. On both sides of those doors, we put up our placards to prevent anyone from coming. Also lock the doors. We want to prevent anybody and everybody from accessing this space while the UV lights are active. Next thing we want to do is position the lights. When we're positioning the lights, we know that the light goes out 10 feet. So you can use a tape measure or a laser tape measure is what we use here. So we just quick distance on them, and we want to line it up so we are at least no more than 10 feet from the wall. So right here, we're 8 foot, 8 inches from that wall. So if you want to do max efficiency, you're going to put it 10 feet away, but the nature of this room is we're going to put them staggered, so that way we can catch as much surface area as possible with the lights. Once the lights are set up and you've adhered to all the safety precautions, now it's about operating the lights. The lights have a couple safety features. They have a heat sensor on them. So if the lights detect heat, and they also have a motion sensor on them, if the lights detect motion. If either two of those two things occur, the lights will automatically shut off. So we have our motion sensor here, which if we don't move, it'll go. And as soon as we move, right, that'll automatically trigger the light to shut off. So we're looking at the UV light here itself. Has the emergency stop. We always want to make sure that's in good working order, right? And it'll automatically kill the system. Always want to check it every time we plug it in. And sometimes, if for whatever reason it's not working, we'll look at that first. Once we're on the system, we go to our home screen here, and it says start cycle. For us, we've already pre-programmed the cycle by going to user settings, and you set the cycle. So in this particular unit, I have a 35-second countdown timer and a 15-minute cycle timer. The recommendation from the manufacturer is for a 20 by 20 room, so going out up to 10 feet, we want to have a 15-minute cycle time for that. So you can adjust it, but we always keep ours at 15 minutes, and we never go out greater than 10 feet, covering 20 by 20 area, so about 400 square feet. We also set down the countdown timer. If you are running multiple units at once, sometimes you want to set a timer longer than the others just to give yourself enough allotted time for exiting the building. And then once it goes, you'll hear a different set of beeps, and then you know the unit's running. There are 3 different types of beeps. We'll hear them once we turn it on, and those 3 beeps indicate what's going on. There's the beeps when it's counting down, the beeps when it's running, and then 3 last beeps when it's shutting down. And once the beeps are done, we know we can re-enter the room. So once we position our light, we'll position one light here. Second light here, we're going to position, and we're going to put it up to 20 feet away from the other light, right? Because we got 10 feet and 10 feet. No, we can cover this area. And in this particular situation, when we have a hotel room, we know that one of the disadvantages or downsides potentially with UV light, it can only treat what it touches. So we want to put it in between the 2 queen-size beds here, so that we treat not just the floor, the sides of the beds, but the nightstand, which is going to be one of our greatest risk items. And even when we do that with a nightstand, we can put remotes on the nightstand, turn over handsets for your phone. That way we treat the surfaces that are most likely to touch people. So we can do that ahead of time as we're setting up the room. In this particular room, we're going to set up these 2 lights. We're going to run them for a 15-minute cycle. Then we're going to reposition the lights to one closer to the vanity and catching the other side of the queen-size bed, and one in the bathroom. That way we can cover the entire room. So in about 30 minutes plus setup time, maybe 45 minutes total, we can treat this entire room with UV light technology. At Green Up Solutions, we know how important it is now more than ever to ensure we're protecting our employees, our customers, our businesses, our future.